Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. Hope everybody is having a wonderful start to their morning here on this Tuesday. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure your post notifications are turned on, make sure you're sharing on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Like I said, without you guys, peace and love as always. Blessings to everybody, hoping that they have a wonderful, productive day. As I always say, man, without you guys, there is no me. I appreciate you guys always liking, commenting, sharing the videos. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And again, share the video. Now, on to it. So, as we know, the Los Angeles Lakers already lost the series 4-1 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I'm quite a bit late on that since they beat them on last Wednesday, 103-96. But the issue really stems from what happened right after. And, of course, the LeBron fanboy, Dave McMenamin, on cue, talking about, and Sham Charania, on cue, the LeBron apologist from Clutch Mafia, they report that LeBron suffered a grade 2 MCL sprain when he suffered it in Game 5 and probably, in probably 32 out of a possible, no, I'm sorry. He suffered it in the fourth quarter on that screen that he ran into from Dante DiVincenzo. But the point that I have is, what is the point of mentioning that injury? There's really no point of mentioning that injury. So once again, you're making an excuse as to why you lost when you were already down 3-1 before the injury. And I already know LeBron was going to make an excuse about, I did everything I could. This is Luka's team, and, we just didn't do enough. And you won't give the Timberwolves credit because you didn't give the Denver Nuggets credit when they knocked you off 2 years in a row. Because remember, in 2023, it was about when you got swept in as your LeBron fanboys love to say, a competitive 4-game sweep, when you were miserable in the fourth quarters of those games, you were making costly mistakes and missing layups and shots. You were talking about potential retirement to take away the attention from Denver. It was give them credit, but I don't know how much longer I could play, right? Then the next year, you lose in the first round for the second time against the Denver Nuggets. And then you proceed to say the attention becomes about Bronny potentially becoming an NBA prospect and be going into the NBA. So then after that, that was a fiasco. And then you win 50 games with supposedly such a Pat Riley genius 2.0 in JJ Redick. And you failed to win a first-round series in JJ's first year when Darvin Ham, with lesser talent, took the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals his first year. With Anthony Davis, mind you. So let's break down your year in recap. You force the Lakers to to draft your son. You get the Griffies to fly out to have a moment with your son as if you and your son are on the level of both Griffey and Senior, when honestly you're way better than your son, and that's only because he has not played an NBA game yet. So your son was the 55th pick and got a guaranteed contract when most rookies don't get, when pretty much every rookie that gets into the NBA do not get guaranteed contracts, but Bronny did, only because of the name of you, LeBron James. You forced it. You have the Lakers hire a podcaster that you do a podcast with, but then the thing is, you already found his replacement in Steve Nash, right? Which tells me that if things don't work out, that you'll end up having JJ Redick fired for that narcissistic, stupid ego that he has. Because remember, JJ Redick was talking about, the 90s and the people back then in the 50s, 60s were just nothing but plumbers and firemen. But yet today's era is nothing about TikTok users, Instagram users, Facebook users, and podcasters, because you hired a podcaster to be a head coach who had no experience head coaching in the NBA. You can't compare that to Steve Kerr, because at least with Steve Kerr, he's been a broadcaster and he's been a GM. So he has experience in terms of being able to analyze the game from a fan's perspective and then as a sports analyst, and then he's able to make moves as a general manager. So yeah, he doesn't have any head coaching experience, but he's been around the game a long time. See, you just came as a player, and remember that you were giving all this smoke to Doc Rivers, talking about making excuses. But what did you proceed to do, JJ Redick? Just like LeBron, you guys are one and the same. You guys kept making excuses. That's all you guys did. Make excuses for this season. Now getting back to Help Me. Help Me then decides to, since this was such a failed season, and then you trade AD to get Luka Doncic, and you guys fail to make the first round, make it out of the first round for the second straight year. Let's look at LeBron's tenure in LA. Missed the playoffs his first year with the young guys, was impatient to not develop with them and trade them, most of them, to get Anthony Davis. You win a bubble championship in 2020. 2021, honestly, was really their real only opportunity to have a chance to see if they go back to back, because they lose in the first round of the Phoenix Suns. AD gets hurt, and LeBron making excuses for when they lost that, even though the media picked the Lakers to win the series. It all changed when Anthony Davis got hurt, but they still have faith in LeBron that he was going to lead them. He played terrible, and they blamed that LeBron was old. See, LeBron has been 40 for the last 5 years of his career. Since he's been 35 and won Finals MVP, LeBron is near 40. LeBron is 36. He's in year 17. He's in year 18. He's in year 19. He's in year 20, 21, and now 22. We have to know how many years he's played in the NBA. We have to know he's 40 since he was age 35. That's what I'm saying, brainwashing. And then after that, it just becomes, oh, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And now with Luka Doncic, possibly, he's like, I don't need to recruit Luka or need to tell Luka, what to sign up here. That's his decision. Do y'all remember that Kobe used to say that about Dwight Howard when it came to signing with the Lakers when Dwight was a free agent? LeBron pulled that out of the rabbit's head and tried to be Kobe. He's like, well, I don't need to tell Luka Doncic to sign. Like, that's up to him if he wants to sign here or not. Kobe said the same thing to Dwight Howard. This goes to show you that LeBron is trying to be Kobe and Michael Jordan so bad. And at one time, I thought LeBron was just playing to continue to try to chase Michael Jordan. But you know what he's really playing for, ladies and gentlemen? He's really playing because he doesn't want to be forgotten. He knows that the minute that he retires, he will not be talked about as much anymore. And we will move on to the next comparison to Michael Jordan. Because are you really comparing today's players to LeBron James? And if it's to LeBron James, it's with mentality. That's really it. But quite honestly, who we really comparing LeBron to? So this is an epic failure. And then 2022, they missed the playoffs. They didn't even make the play-in with Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo, Russell Westbrook, AD, all that talent, and you still fail to make the play-in. And you're supposed to be the best player and the leader of the team. The most unimpactful 30-point-per-game season in NBA history, in my opinion, especially because that team had championship aspirations. The next year, with the help of the referees, you make it to the Western Conference Finals. You had favorable matchups. And then you get swept by the Denver Nuggets because you couldn't stop Jamal Murray. 32.5 points on 50+% shooting. Couldn't stop him. And Jokic was doing Jokic things. And that was to see that when AD doesn't have the bigs to be able to back him up, AD was getting cooked. Then 2024, you lose to the same team in the first round, and now you lose to the first round to the Timberwolves when O'Shea Sharp, Lakers in 5, Lakers in 5, Lakers in 5, OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. Like, where's he now? Dealing with sexual allegations, and the Lakers are out of the playoffs again. So the Laker tenure has been a failure. And you think LeBron is going to leave? I doubt it. He's going to continue to use the Lakers for his brand. And he's tried to erase Kobe's legacy so bad, and he's failed, but he's going to be willing to do it because it just sounds so good as a Los Angeles Laker. But this year has been a failure. And now you want to announce your injury after the game? It doesn't mean anything. You were losing the series regardless. Making excuses as usual, right on schedule. And now, ladies and gentlemen, LeBron got to let you know that he wasn't going to appear at the Met Gala and that his son and his wife was going to hold it down for him because he suffered the knee injury. So I'm just like, why do you got to announce that you have your knee injury now for the public? Oh, I got to let them know that I was injured. Like, really, LeBron James? And this is what I continue to say. The longer he plays, the longer it's going to hurt his legacy because, like I said, he's a future Hall of Famer. He's a great player. But the problem is, as a Laker, he's been a failure. Oh, I don't consider a failure because he led us to a championship. I said, yeah, and your team has not had a parade for that championship, has it? And it's been 5 years. I said, so when are the Lakers going to win a real championship to where they can have a championship parade? It's not going to happen with LeBron. And then JJ Redneck threw his star player, Luka Doncic, under the bus when they talk about, oh, guys not being in championship shape that need to be in championship shape. I said, so you decided to bring Luka in, the Laker front office and LeBron James, to then throw him under the bus? And like I said, like I told you guys, like he pulled off the Kobe to Dwight Howard move when it's like, I don't got to convince you to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. It's like, the Lakers are the Lakers. So it's like, if you don't want to be here, you don't got to be here. So I'm saying, if Luka Doncic ends up leaving the Lakers, then what do the Lakers have? You have a soon-to-be 41-year-old over-the-hill player. Like, it's over. Hey, Katie. And it's because the man is 2-12 in his last 3 playoff series, while Steph Curry won 4 games already in a playoff series just this season. LeBron is 2-12 in his last 14 playoff games, but Steph Curry won a series against the Houston Rockets. Steph Curry got more wins in one series than LeBron has in the last 3 seasons. Let that sink in. And it's everybody else's fault. The man takes no accountability whatsoever. It's crazy. It's crazy. So don't get upset when this happens and then you're constantly pointing the finger. And I'm talking about you, LeBron fanboys, and every single time this and that and this and that. It's everybody else. It's the coach. It's this and that. JJ Redneck got a taste of humble pie with his big-ass narcissistic ego. It came to bite him in the ass. He basically couldn't handle the media. He couldn't handle the questions. And like I said, don't be surprised because Steve Nash is now on the Mind the Game podcast. And the thing is, LeBron knew he couldn't really do anything with JJ because he hired him. You hired Darvin Ham, you got rid of him. And now you hire JJ Redneck, and now it's possible that he's probably gone after year 2. And then Steve Nash comes in, who didn't work out with Kevin Durant. And Nash, I got a lot to say about him, but I'll leave that for another video. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Louis with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about LeBron announcing his injury and another failed season as a Los Angeles Laker, losing to the Timberwolves 4-1 in the series. I mean, I could break it down why, but I'll do that later. But let me know what you guys think. Pretty soon I'll start talking about second round matchups, but y'all already know what it is. Bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.